tell us a bit more about your portfolio in terms of, you said that you have got a mixture, you've got some property you've converted into HMOs. When you look at a property, what are you trying to do when you build your portfolio? What's kind of the key distinction that you make?
Okay, so the key word that comes to mind whenever I'm looking at a property is cash flow. So I buy for cash flow because I believe, I suppose, equity is vanity to a certain degree. I can't control the markets. What I can control is what my cash flow is at the end of each month. I can also look at properties and say, what's the potential for this property? It doesn't necessarily mean that I need to, I suppose, realise that potential in the near future. As long as I know that there are things I can do to that property to increase its value, then I make sure I give it some serious thought.
Now, we're going to go and have a look at a property that's an example of the sorts of properties that you are involved with, not just for yourself but with other people. Can you talk us through kind of what sort of property this is and how it came about, really?
Okay, so I think you might be talking about the property that we purchased in Mersey Road, and that property was a 3-bedroom property which was basically almost completely gutted. They didn't have any internal pipework for a bathroom. And what we did is, when we bought it, we converted it into a 5-bedroom HMO with 3 en-suites. But we also realised that it was the only property on the road that was a corner property, and it was the only property on the road that had this massive garden which was raised, so it wasn't street level. And we decided that if we could remove all of the dirt and mud from half of the garden and level it to ground level, then we'd be the only property on the street that actually had parking, which would be extremely valuable and increase the value of the property. So that's what we ended up doing to that property, and it did increase the value of the property.